So I'm germinating raspberry and blackberry seeds, I believe. I actually think this is rhubarb and blackberry in this type, which is just the dollar store little cold frames in peat pots. And I'll just keep going at them until they sprout. And I have two other ways that I'm germinating seeds. At the same time, I went on Marketplace and was able to find a guy that's selling, that's good, it's goji berry right there. I got two of them for a really good price. And this right here, this one here, this is one of those 6 foot long zucchinis. I forget what he called it. Here, two little paws. I believe these were done from seed. These are 1.5 years old. Right here, I believe this is my mulberry. Got a red mulberry. Another red mulberry right there. So that's a mulberry. And then beside it, this is a hazelnut. And I got 2 hazelnuts and 2 butternuts. So yeah, that's what I ended up with. So I got all of that for less than 160 bucks. So I thought that wasn't all right. That was an all right deal. So this here is my seed hydrator. And what I did was, I believe these are, I can't remember if these are the blackberries or, I think these are all blackberry. But I put them in little strips of paper towel and then folded them over. Looks like it got a little bit of black mold in there. But if we lift it up, let's see if I can grab it there. There you go. Oh. All right, you see the little sprouts there? A couple of sprouts. So maybe I'll take them up and get them started, I don't know. But this is one of the other ways that I'm doing my germination. Just trying all different methods, see which one's the best. I find this one works pretty good. I've done this before with like peas and legumes and stuff like that. It's great. Okay, so here's the other way I've been germinating seeds without the cover, and just water in the tray and then some on top to moisturize the top. And then what I say is, don't give up on your cuttings, because these are those cuttings that I said didn't work in one of my videos way back. And there's at least 1 and 2 that are doing okay. Then 3 down here. This one in the middle is not doing too bad. And then I'm not sure about this one. The leaves went black on me, but we'll let it go. And if it survives, stays green, I won't plant it. But it looks like this one kind of pooped out. So it looks like my worm tea is pretty much full. Dump a little out. But this is too pure, and I should be mixing it with water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fertilize some of my mounds over here. I got some bushes in there, but it'll spread itself out. Putting it down the hill. So I think this one's free. I'm going to use this one as my goji. So I'm just going to start by letting that go down there. Trough. And that'll do for now. I should have watered it down, but I mean, it's a lot of work to keep doing that right now. Okay. All right, so this is going to be my official goji berry mound. I'm just going to move some of this hay out of the way here, or straw. And you know, this dirt's really good, so I didn't get extra dirt, and that stuff's already been tossed, so it'll be just fine. As you can see, it's very loamy, so that's going to make good planting. Alright, so I'll do that, and I think these are supposed to be, I usually just do 3 foot, 3 of my feet, so it's a pretty big foot. So I just go 1, 2, 3, and that even might be too much. later I'll get different types of goji berry, and I'll just kind of put them in twos and see how that works out. So, good thing is I got these right off Marketplace from a guy out in Lowville. I got a good deal on them because if you go to those big box places, they charge quite a bit for a bush this size. And not only that, I kind of like helping out the average Joe. You know, I think, yeah, thanks Maurice for the plants anyways. I won't have to worry about watering them because it's raining so much here in the last couple days, and it's supposed to rain for the next week or so, at least off and on. So that looks good enough to me. It's nice and moist dirt. Put some straw back on there, try to keep those weeds down, you know. And then we'll just continue the process. Yeah, so now that I got these two in here, again, I might have to get some more straw. I might even steal it from one I'm not using right now. But I definitely want to cover this a little better, make sure there's no weeds coming in. It's just a pain in the butt to clear weeds out all the time. If you look down here, all of my straw has been growing grass through it now, and that all happened in 1 week. That's good. So yeah, I got a little surprise. I got a lily already. I think it's beautiful. Okay. Alright, so again with the paws. And if you take a good look, there's definitely worm activity down in here, which is a good. Oh no, that just fell apart. We're gonna have to make best do out of that one. Get that in there again. Suck a bit. Get your hands in there. Get your hands dirty. Get her done. You know, push it down a little bit and get some straw in there around it. I leave the stake in there, so at least I know it's there. You can see it can hide in these weeds here, so just yank these out too when I get a chance. Oh, look at that. Doesn't fall apart on us. Sorry about the audio. It's pretty windy here today. Gentle. Just being gentle. Twigs out of there. Alright. So I'll have to get another stake for that one just so I can make sure I can see them. There is, you can see they're kind of tiny. These are only 1.5 year old paws. They should be good in the sun. At least that's what I was told. The guy that grows them, he does this quite often. Okay, so while I was picking up some of those plants, the gentleman asked me if I'd like to try this. It's an Italian zucchini, at least that's what I think he said. And apparently this thing can grow 6 to 8 feet long. He says it's best to pick it when it's like 2 feet long, but it grows very slender, like a normal cucumber, but it grows really long. So I only have one. I just wanted to try it out this year. So I'm just gonna let it grow up here, and then I'll probably fill that in with something else later. to wait till I watch this one grow. I think it's gonna grow pretty fast now that it's on its trellis. It's in the ground. It's really saturated in here now. So just give that little wrap there. See, it keeps growing. All right, on to the next stuff. So unfortunately, there was an accident with my pear tree. So we'll replace that with a mulberry, which if you look back here, you'll see that this is where I put the plum and the cherry. So I still want to keep a semi-line down in here. So I'm gonna put one mulberry here, and then I'll find maybe a good spot to put one on the other side along with its thing. So I think I'm gonna actually, I might move this over a bit too. It's just kind of, I eyeball everything, like, and I mentioned in one of my videos that my design keeps changing. You can't really determine what it's gonna look like where it goes and what kind of angles and lines you want, so just keep working with it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move it over because otherwise it won't be in line with these other pears. Okay, so just crumbling up some of this dirt. It's pretty good. It's got nice, you can see the modules in it, in the dirt. Definitely some nitrogen going on in there. And I've noticed lots of worm activity, which is really good for the soil. Look at that. Oh wow, that's a good one. Just gonna put some in here. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up any potting soil. I'll do that tomorrow, but I'll do this for now, and then I'm gonna slowly build up a little bit more of a mound here as it grows a little bit. Just get it up there. Get started. And I'll come back, and again, I got to get some more straw to place in there a bit better. Press them down a little bit because they should never be too loose, because you know you'll just lose a bunch of dirt when it gets watered, which you will. Lots of rain this week. All right, and that's that. So I mentioned in my other videos that down the right side of my property, there's a tree line, and it seems that's where a lot of the hickories and walnuts and stuff grow. So what I'm doing, because it's next to this pine grove thicket here, just a lot of acidic ground, and it's nitrogen filled. So definitely all of my nut trees I will put down the right side of this fence line. You know, I'll put walnut, chestnut, whatever's edible and whatever grows in Canada. I'll put all the way down. So yeah, I got this butternut in the ground. I'll have to clean up around it and stuff like that still, but I haven't got back to this yet. So there's one. And girls. They're in there milking right now. I happen to get some of these gooseberries that are ready. I'm gonna get my mom and dad to try them. I had one, a little sour, but good. Little sour? Too sour for you? You don't want to try it? No. Okay, I won't give you a... How much milk are you getting out of these things now? Out of per goat?
A little over a liter.
A little over a liter?
Yeah, but we only milk them once a day. You could get twice out of them, milk them twice a day.
Yeah. You guys got so much though. Yeah. Can't drink it all. Yeah, look at it. Got little babies in a nest in the barn. So I might have mentioned that I was waiting on seeds from China. I ordered these back in like March, and I finally got my cucamelon and my huge blueberry, and I also got my loofah, which they labeled as cucumber, but I'm pretty sure they were loofah, going by the seeds that I put in before. But these look really big for cucamelon. Let's go put them in. So I just put a little trough in here, and these will go adjacent to my loofah, which is right on the other side there. There they are, just laying on top there. So get it in there. I just spaced them out a little bit. We'll see what happens. I really don't know what's going to happen, so we'll just cover them up a little bit, nice and gently. Just like that, and then that's it. So on my last row here, I'm gonna throw I'm gonna separate them by a couple feet each, but the blueberry is gonna go in this mound here, which is my last mound, and that'll be the start of my patch. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop growing blueberries. I'll grow different types of blueberries all around, and other guilds. So blueberries are in, roughly about a foot apart, put about 10-15 seeds per. They're really tiny, so they're in there. It's gonna rain. Now I'll get some straw up in here too. So I have some left, and what I'm gonna do is I will take these home and I will germinate them in a different way. Maybe put them in some dirt, and then I'll try some in the hydrator. And yeah, we'll just go with that. So I have this rabbit wire, and I just cut it in half, and I'll cut it into smaller pieces, and then I'm going to make them tubular, attach them to a piece of wood, and then use them to protect some of my smaller trees like the mulberry and the pawpaw that I have out there from the rabbits or any other animal. I'll show you when I get that put together, how I did it. So yeah, I got a little surprise. I got a lily already. Thing's beautiful. I just whipped up a few of these cages to protect my mulberry and my my pawpaw. I definitely don't want the rabbits to get a hold of these. Got one there. Plum trees. They're looking kind of dry. I don't know. Check the ground. They're looking a little small. So I don't know what's going on. I had made a modification. The first prototype was a little too small, so this is 2.0. These are the little pawpaws I made here. One of my cuttings didn't fit, so new plan. Just do it now, a pawpaw guild. So there's the first coat of that. It's just a no-name spar finish. And you can see it kind of absorbs itself. You see those lighter spots. It's just drying up inside, it's soaking it up. So I'll come back and I'll do another coat, and then I'll flip it over and do another coat. Actually, I'll probably hang it at that point and then finish the coat while it's hanging. So I'm doing a little summer pruning here, the apple tree. This is our main apple tree here, and she is loaded. But I'm gonna go in and take out as many suckers as I can, and I'm gonna get the air to flow inside. Like, that's the general rule of thumb, is to air it out, right? Allow the air to go straight through. So I'm gonna go in there and prune it up a little bit. And I've taken out some branches and stuff that were around it too, so it's really starting to get a little more sunlight. These are pears, and they're in rough shape because the goats have eaten the bark. So I don't know how long they'll have to live, but I'll let them go this year. And if they go down, then it'll just open up that apple tree, which I have protected. There is actual fencing around this this apple tree. You see, I put this rabbit wire up and around it because they will eat everything. But this is a really nice apple tree, so I got some cuttings from the pears, and then let the goats eat the rest. Get a little snack, and then I get brownie points, but they keep jumping up on me when I'm not looking. Great forest cleaners. Okay, so you can see all that light coming through now. Mega pile. Yeah, got all the dead off, all the stuff underneath, all the thing that was crossing, and just aired out the entire middle. It's not a perfect job, but it is an old tree. I'm all done that now. And that apple was just loaded with apples.